Madison County is a real gem in the landscape of central Iowa. In the off-season, I like to explore the area and enjoy the simple nature of a place that hasn't lost its connection to the past. When life and time moved a little more slowly. Sometimes you just need some gravel travel. In my pursuit of checking out the area, I did a search on Instagram to see what I might find for other places to explore. As I was scrolling through, I found a picture that stood out. And upon more investigation, I was drawn not only to the beauty of this house and the land surrounding it, but the story of hard work and realizing a lifelong dream. I have a similar dream that hasn't quite happened yet, but I'm still working on it. So here we are out in rural Madison County, and my wife and I have been looking for a piece of land out in the country for quite a while now. Haven't been able to find anything that's kind of been exactly what we're looking for, but every time I come out here, I'm reminded of how much I want to get out into the country, and it's just so peaceful out here, and there's not a whole lot of commotion going on or noise or anything. So when I see something like this, of course, I'd love to be involved in a project and come out here a little more often. So that's kind of what we're doing today. I'm going to talk to Paul here in a second and intro you to him and what he's doing here out at his place, but I wanted to come out here today and also talk about this project. Since they're so close by here, I always love helping other creators and kind of collaborating with other people on their projects because their expertise can help me. I'm trying to give my talents to those creators and help them on what I'm best at and what I do on my channel. Then we're blending those two audiences together here to hopefully have something interesting for you to watch, but also to learn something in the same process and maybe check out another channel that you might enjoy. So as I mentioned here, I'm out here today with Paul, and I kind of wanted to at least introduce everybody to you and kind of what you're doing here. So they're doing some really cool stuff out here with building, and Paul's doing all this work and showing everybody how he's doing all of it. So if you're interested in that thing, then definitely check out his channel. But you want to talk a little bit about your project here and your land and all of that?
Yeah, so it's been my dream to build a post frame style home, which is what's behind us. And I quit my full-time job to do that, and I've step by step on how to build your own post frame home. I mean, from septic installation to framing to electrical, I mean, you name it, we're putting it on this channel. And basically we're going to get into homesteading and other build series once this one is complete. But
how much land do you have total though?
30 acres.
Yeah, so he's got 30 acres. We're not planting 30 acres of grass, unfortunately. But we've got a couple acres here that we're going to try to take on. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. You're always trying to just deal with natural water and what's going on with the weather, but we're going to kind of take that piece by piece, show you how you might go about that with a project like this.
Figure it out on the way.
Exactly. That's what we're going to do. So cows are really not sure what I'm doing, but they heard me talking. Remember when I said it was quiet? Yeah, there's a few cows around here. So we have to come up here with just the best kind of plan that we can, give us the most success possible in terms of leveling this whole thing out, seeding it, trying to let rainfall be our main thing and growing some grass. So it's going to be a big time challenge. It's not something that I'm going to expect to be absolutely perfect right away. By any means, you're going to have to work on a project like this and not expect that overnight it's going to just be exactly the way that you want it to look. And I think everybody with a property size knows this, but I just wanted to mention that at the beginning here. All right, so first part of the project today, I'm going to attempt to get some soil samples here. Now, it's always a good idea to grab some soil samples, especially before you're going to start a project, just because you can get an idea of what sort of nutrients you need. You need to sort of figure out your pH. Do you need to make some adjustments with it? An ideal range for turf, again, is about 6 to 7. Now, my soil at home happens to be a bit over 7, and of course, still growing great grass there, but the ideal range is in that. So I'm going to go around the yard here. I'm going to try to get a bit of soil, collect that, and then I will send that in to a local place here not too far away. I showed a video here back earlier this spring. I send my samples in to Waypoint, and there's a location here in Iowa, so I usually get those back really quickly, but they have locations all over the country and it's fairly inexpensive. I think total with shipping and everything it's around $20, but let's get some samples, or attempt to. Otherwise, I did bring a shovel. Go around in various areas of the yard, grab some samples so that we get a good idea of what's here and not just in one single location. Now, Paul said this to me too, and he makes a really good point. Why can't they just make turf grass that acts like weeds and does so well during all of the really tough parts of the year? It'd be nice if we could figure that out, wouldn't it? Pretty much what he's got going on here. A bunch of foxtail, general weeds. Anytime you don't have any grass covering on yards like this and the soil's been disturbed and stuff like that, you'll definitely get all these weeds coming in, and for some reason they have no problem with drought or anything else surviving, but of course the grass does. So I have no idea whether I can get into the soil. We're going to attempt to, we'll see. Oh yeah, actually not too bad. Now it's extremely dry. So with this, it doesn't even look like I really have a core, just a bunch of actual soil here. So I want to go down to a depth of about 6 inches, and I've placed a little mark here on my actual soil probe so I know how far that is. Can't really get too far into the ground here. I want to thank him for allowing me to come out and kind of do this project, show you guys, and I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to get started really soon.
Yep, sounds good.
So hopefully you're excited for that, and thanks so much for watching this video. We'll see you next time.